All right, you guys. So today we're going to be looking at the finger picking patterns that we're using within the Canon in C. There has been some changes made to it to reflect more the true nature of the song. So the older versions that I have, things are a little bit different. So in this new one, we'll have a walkthrough. We'll talk about picking patterns that you can find in there. And we're going to start right now, and I'm going to start right at the very beginning. Oop. So the chord shapes are all the same as what we'd had before. Okay, that hasn't changed. So we'll do a little walkthrough, and then I'll do a little playthrough. Okay. We'll walk through a chunk at a time, I think. This picking pattern, where you're pinching strings, if you look right up here where it says section B, where it says picking pattern, strings 4 and 1 are plucked together, and then strings 3, 2, 1, except for, still remains the same, where that little C chord here, where you do have to shift that index finger, that hasn't changed. Okay. Picking patterns, for the most part, are the same in section C. I did shorten section C, though. You'll see that section C has been shortened. It's just one line now, because in the previous section I'd had it written out 2 different ways. So if you still have that version, then you can look at that. But for the most part, I say we just go with this. The picking patterns, 1, 3, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that still works. Now, as I scroll through a little bit more, there will be more, just more stuff. A lot more of melody happening in here. In this section, if you find it a challenge to pinch any of the strings on that first measure, then just play the melody. Okay, you can ignore all the extra stuff if you need to, like on the second line of this section where you've got, say, the F. I wrote it out as a bar chord. We know from past conversations that if you want to play, say, the 3rd string open and just play the 5th fret on string 2 and the 8th fret on string 1, that's just fine. Okay, so you can do that, or you can just play the melody by itself. This is the new stuff down here. I tried to write it out and have it be like I spread it out, so hopefully it'd be a little bit easier to read. The only place where I filled it in with any sort of real chord shape is under the A minor, just to give it a little bit of flesh out the harmony a little bit in there. This section here with the scale studies that I've written out before, I don't know if you recall, but we had this 7, 9, I'm looking under the G chord right now, measure 42, where we've got 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, and I think in the end of the scale study I went up to the 10th fret there. These sorts of runs, you're going to want to practice them probably by themselves. You could take each measure of this section and use it as a scale study, and it would be really valuable for you. Every single one of these is really good by itself. So this canon, written out in the key of C, gives you exercises galore. And it's worth, like I say, practicing each one by itself. Now, a tip that I cannot stress enough when you're practicing a song like this, okay, for one thing, you can play one section of this song and it'll sound pretty good by itself. Section D gets busy, so it's hard to have it sit by itself, but you can always pick the chords. So you could go through and pick your C chord like we did in the beginning, where you've got like right, where you're pinching the 4th string and the 1st string and then pick strings 3, 2, 1. you could do all of that, and that's okay. Do a little arpeggio of the chords, play a section, arpeggio of the chords, and that would be okay. You treat this song the way you want to, okay? Make it yours. Let me tell you, while I've been researching the Canon, the number of variations I've seen of it are endless. So you make it yours. But like I say, each measure can be treated as a scale study on its own. And right here, underneath section D, I said try to alternate your picking fingers here. Please do. Walk those fingers, middle and index, or index and middle and ring, whatever works for your fingers. Okay. Now this is where it started to extend. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time, because I wanted to give you guys as much as I could of the song. So the melody goes up, is what it does. Right now it's just a little bit higher. Rhythm's the same, but there are some changes in section F. Again, with this section, try to play, like you can play each measure separately. Work on it, get comfortable with it. See what works for your fingers for playing the melody. In case you're not familiar with reading the rhythmic notation here, I'll use the first measure as an example. Okay, right here, measure 49 under the C chord. This first one, as my hand goes, it's beat 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, or ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, or whatever works for you. Pie, apple pie, coffee. Whatever works for you. And over here it'd be coffee, 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 coffee. I got lots of coffee. I'm having a good time with it. All right, so we do all of this. Then we come back to a familiar picking pattern. Okay, and that's back to the pinch, the fourth string and the first string, and then 3, 2, 1. And then little tiny bit of melody work here. You'll notice at the end, you play, like if you're not too sure about it, pick the top note, okay? So, yeah, second string, melody sits mostly on the second string. It's not a really heavy duty thing, but take a look at that first measure again, okay? That little teeny line with the dot means 3 beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to a dotted half note again here, okay? So that's 3 beats here, and then you carry on. All right, so we had a little bit of an overview. I'm going to scroll back to the beginning. I'm going to start playing it. Ready? Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to start right at the beginning here. I'll play through it, and then I'm going to do it again so you guys can watch my hands, or we can ask questions. I am going to start this by strumming down just with my thumb, and I'm going to keep my strum parallel to the frets. I'm going to strum close to that 12th fret, I think, this time. And I'm not going to rush it. Here we go. 1, 2, here I go. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, my fancy G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm on that A minor. 1, 2. I'm going to slow it down. 3, 4. My E minor. 2, 3, 4. Now to my F. 2, 3, 4. Just my regular C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my F near the end of that first line. 2, 3, 4. Now my G. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we play that, parallel to the fretboard will give you a nice consistent tone all the way along. Section B, I'm coming up to that 7th fret now, and it's going to be a pinch, pluck, pluck, pluck. Here I go under the C, under that G, so the same chord shape, under that A minor, okay, under the E minor, so that's where I tend to have to make a little bit of a quick fingering change, under the F. I'm going to do a dead stop here, just so that we remember. I'm going to shift my index finger from the 1st fret on that F chord up to the 3rd fret on that 2nd string, and then I'll lay down my fingers in a little row as indicated on that chord chart there, which I know is the right chord chart because I've stared at that thing like a hawk. All right, so I'm going to play that. Here we go. So that's where I'm just going to pluck that 2nd string, and now I'm going to shift back to my F. I love the feel of that. And G. And we're going to repeat that whole line. Ready? Back up to the 7th fret for C. Okay, to our G. A minor. I'm going along and I'm looking at these chord charts that I gotta fix again. E minor. F. You ready for that shift? F. I'm going to stop there because as we go through, we're just going to take our time a little bit here. The shift from that F chord to that C chord and back down to the F is a really nice change to practice. It gives you an awareness, from my perspective, it gives you an awareness of fluid motions you can make between chords that allow you to move up the fretboard. And it's a kind of a neat feeling, you know, because you've got that F, up to C, back to F. And here's the thing, folks. If you make that C, like that, if you slide towards your sound hole 2 more frets, well, then you got yourself a D chord. Towards your sound hole 2 more frets, you got an E chord. And you can play with that little chord shape. I just ignore that 1st string, and I realize that you could bar that. But sometimes just having a 3-string chord like that to play around with can be a great time. Gives you a different feeling about making these chords, right? All right, so yeah, I see section B. Sorry, you guys, I got to fix up those chord charts again. I would say with this, the tab is what you want to read. You might need to color in the dots on the chord charts yourself, because after this, after I post the video, I am going to be going out of town, so I won't be too focused on fixing up the chord charts for the rest of the day. That's the thing. All right, section C now. For the most part, we're just sitting there with an open string under our under our melody. Melody is happening for the most part on beat 1 and 3. There is still that change where you've got the A minor and you're playing a different pattern there. Let's try this. Okay, section C. We'll play through it twice, even though it's just one, like there's no repeat in it now. Okay, yeah, so 2 times through there. Melody on that 1st string. Here we go. So we're playing 3, open, up to 7, up to 10. Now I'm using my 4th string. 8. Okay, now we got to make that little A minor, which is like your open E minor shape. Okay. can just lay down all those fingers in a row there. Okay, I'm going to play that A minor one more time, and then I'm going to move to my E minor. On the A minor, here I go. 7, 9, 8, 9. Next measure. 7. Now our second string open. 5. Okay, here comes that F with the 3rd fret. Ignoring the chord chart because it's messed up. Okay, 3, O, 7, O, up to your 8th fret. 10. Okay, let's play this whole line again. Back to the beginning, measure 17 there. 3, 7, up to your 10, with that 4th string open. Now the A minor. Now the E minor with the 2nd string open. Fancy schmancy F. 3, O, 1, O. Under the C there. 8, 8, O, 5. Okay, last measure there. 10, 8. Isn't it interesting that both F chord shapes have the same feel to them? Just check that out. So we've got, on the first one here, we've got 3 and 1, the 3rd string open. On the next one, 8 and 5, and the 3rd string open. Okay, the fingering is the same between this F shape and the next F shape. It's a nice way to get comfortable with it. I'm using my pinky on the 3rd fret on this first F chord, just because I'm used to doing that so I don't have to stretch anything very much. And it works out for me when I play that F chord shape up here, because it's it's just the same shape. Now I'm going to stop sharing for a second so I can show you what I mean in case you're not too sure. Okay, so here I am with the F. Okay, and then when I played the F like this with that 3rd string open, oh, so fancy. Good times. All right, I'll share again here. I just like to make sure that we got ourselves comfy with all this. Gives you a different thought about all these chords, hey? All right. I didn't even make us do any warm-ups. We don't have time. We've got all this Canon to run through. I'm going to play through this in 2 different ways, this D section. Okay. The first time, I'm not going to play any of the bass notes. Okay. Anything that's low, I'm going to ignore it. I'm just going to focus on playing the melody, because that's the most important part of the song. The harmony's important too, don't get me wrong, but I want to make sure that I can find those notes. Okay. Now I'm going to try to put on the brakes on this section so I'm not going super fast. Let's see, if we go like, that'll be a good speed, hey? Here we go. Try to play along with me and find those notes as we go. I'll call it the fret numbers. 1, 2, here we go. 3, 2, 3, oh, 3, 2, oh, 2, under the A minor now. 3, 2, 3, 7, woo, 10, 7, 10, 7, under the F now. 8, 7, 5, 8, under the C. 7, 5, 3, 3, under the F. Oh, 3, 1, 3, that G. Oh look, we just make a G chord there. That's handy. Okay, next line. Here we go. 3, 2, 3. Oh, under the G. 2, 3. Oh, big jump. 5, 7. Under the A minor. Oh, 3, 2. Oh, I'm going to play everything in the E minor bar. Oh, 7, 3. Oh, under the F. 8, 7, 5, 8. Under the C. 7, 5, 3, 2, oh, 3, 1, oh, 3, 8, 7, 5. Let's do it again. This is like the most beautiful little chance to just crawl around your fretboard, hey? I'm using my index and middle fingers. I'm trying to walk with them. I'm trying to alternate them as best I can. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Not the end of the world. Okay, let's do it again. Now this, actually before we play, scenario, you're playing with a friend. One of you can just strum the chords, like the regular chords, like, you know, F, open chord, all that sort of stuff. Or they can pick them, just going strings 4, 3, 2, 1. Just like that, okay? Just a very simple arpeggio. While you play the melody, you guys will sound like $1 million. So nice. And then you're not even playing any bass notes. Okay, you're just playing the melody. Just a side note there. Okay, section D, let's do it again. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 2, 3. Oh, under the G. 3, 2. Oh, 2 under the A minor. 3, 2, 3. 7 under the E minor. 10, 7, 10. 7 under the F. 8, 7, 5, 8 under the C. 3, 3 under the F. Oh, 3, 1, 3 under the G. It's just a G chord shape, laid down comfortably as you need it. Next line, 3, 2, 3. Oh, under the G. 2, 3, 5. I just want to say, before we go on, under that G, I'm laying down my fingers as I need them, one at a time. I am using my pinky on the 5th fret, and then I'm just sliding my pinky up to the 7th fret to play that, and then I'm open again, okay? I'm going to start that line again. I just wanted you to know the fingering I was using there, okay? Under the C, here we go. 3, 2, 3. Oh, fancy G. 2, 3, 5, 7. Open. 3, 2. Oh. Open. 7, 3. Open under the F. Under the C. 7, 5, 3, 2. Under the F there. 3, 1. Oh. Under the G. 3, 8, 7, 5. Did you hear that little glissando I did? Listen, I'll go from the F to the G at the end here, okay? It was just a slow slide I did. On that 3rd fret, I played it. If you have little slidey bits while you're playing, it's beautiful. Embrace it. Okay, now here is where we wind up having to go from a quarter note rhythm into 8th note rhythm. I'm going to play it a couple of times. Okay, I'm going to play it without any bass notes. We'll go back to that section C. We'll add in the rest of the stuff in a little bit. I want to get through this. Just try it out, okay? Here we go. I'll play through it without calling out fret numbers. I just want you to listen to it, and then we can play it together. I mean, by all means, play it with me the first time, but don't feel like you gotta. So much fun to play, you guys. So much fun to play. Okay, let's try it together. But we're going to go slower because you guys are probably sight reading this, right? Now we're going to go at like this speed. 10, 7, 8, 10. And then da, 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 da. Yeah, okay, let's try it like that. Da. Here we go. 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, under the G, 10, 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8. It's a nice run there. Under the A minor, 7, 8, 10, 7. And at that point, you're going down to your open. You use that open right there to give you a chance to do a position change. So let's play it right from the open there. Here we go. Oh, 1, 3, oh, 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 3. Next line. Open, 3, 2. I feel like I'm speeding up. It's so hard for me to play the song slow. You know what? I'm gonna put the brakes on it for the C. Here we go. Nice and slow. 3, 1, oh, 1, 3, oh, 2, 3. Under the F, oh, 3, 2, 3, 2, oh, 2, 3. 5, 3, 2, 3, oh, 2. Gotta tell you guys about something I do, and it's so natural I don't even think about it. So here I am under the F. I'm playing along in first position. So by that, I mean I'm using my ring finger on my 3rd fret. I'm using my middle finger on my 2nd fret. I know that with that G, I'm going to be going up to that 5th fret because I've looked ahead and I see that. I do a position change using that open string right there. As soon as I play that open string, I have my index finger ready to play on that 2nd fret. Okay, that allows me to get up to that 5th fret, at least with my hands, because my hands are not that big, right? So it gives me a chance to reach up to that 5th fret comfortably without having to worry about interfering with the flow of the music. Okay, let's try it again. Section D. Okay. This time, I'm going to toss in, pardon me, I'm going to toss in those bass notes. I don't expect you guys to. I just want you to hear that. Maybe what you'll do, though, is you might be able to do a pinch on the open strings when you see the C and the G. And the other ones, leave them for later. Don't worry about it. Just hit the opens. Okay? Don't we all look fancy playing the Canon on our ukuleles on a Sunday morning? We look so good. I like this. The Canon, you practice chunks by themselves. You take your time. You play what you're comfortable with. Okay? We're doing an overview of it so you can see all the parts but you just play what you feel like playing. Okay, so 1, I think I can do this. I think I will not speed up this time. Here we go, nice and slow. 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, fancy run. 10, 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, so fancy. 8, 10, 7, position change. Open string, first string, you guys, awesome. 3, oh, 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 3, next line under the F. Oh, 3, 2, oh, 3, 1, 3, 1, oh, 1, 3, oh. What a fun way to practice a scale. Okay, F. Position change for your G. I was serious about this being a beautiful way to practice your C scale positions. Yeah, you know the scale. You can play it, but how can you relate it to a song? Relate it to this one. It's beautiful. Oh, okay. So now we're going to do the next part. Okay, I got to tell you guys, something happened with my program last night while I was working on it, and I'm going to draw your attention to the end of the first line of the F section. I don't know what happened. Those are all eighth notes. The program was like, here, Tina, is it your eyes or is it me? I'm not going to tell you. So after a while, I was like, fine, do what you want. Those are all eighth notes. The program was having a fun time with me. All right. Let's try this part now. Again, just worry about playing the melody, okay? Here we go. 7, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, oh, 1, 3, oh, 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 3, oh, 3, 2, oh, 3, 1, 3, 1, oh, 1, 3, 3, 2, 3. We're on to the F now. Oh, 3, 2, oh. Position change. 2, 3. That gives you a chance to get ready for that 5th fret right there. 5, 3, 2, 3. Oh, 2. Hold on to that 2. We move into familiar territory now. Okay? So we had that oh, 2. Play section G. We're back to what we knew from the beginning. And I'm going to play it slow like that, okay? So I'm going to take the bar before, okay, and those are our eighth notes. So let me play that bar before and you be ready to come in with me. It'll feel really slow, but I want to try to line it up so that it's makes sense. So these are our eighth notes. 3 and 4. Get ready. And G section. 1 and. Okay, now down to your G chord. A minor. minor. It feels like a little bit like going through molasses right now, right? That's okay. That's weird. I should have been exactly like the other one. I don't know. Sorry, guys. And G chord. Although that said, just gonna stop there. This C right here, that still worked out okay. Playing it like that. We just didn't have the fancy finger change. Okay, gonna scroll along. We're gonna hit that. Now we're just, it's like a Canon and C chord melody, right? We're just gonna strum right to here. Actually, I'm gonna pluck with my fingers. I'm gonna use my thumb, index, and middle, and I'm gonna pluck, and I'm gonna go 1 and 2 and 3. And now I'm gonna hit the 3rd fret, the little G, and 2 and 3, 1, little A minor, 1 and 2 and 3. And now the 2nd string open. To your F chord on that next line. Play the whole chord if you want. And O, 1, O, C chord, all open strings, yes! O, O, F chord. 1, O, G chord. Commit to the strum straight down with our thumb, parallel to the fretboard, ready, go. Nice, gentle. Okay, so that's our overview of it. Every section, play it by itself, okay? You guys know a lot of it already. Value you can get out of this, comparing it to you know, developing your finger picking skills. Okay, so let's talk about that. I have all these notes in my head, right? You can hear them rattling out. Value, da da da. This picking pattern, the pinch 3-2-1, is a pretty nice one to use with songs where you want to emphasize that first beat a little bit more. And I hit the first beat and the 4th beat, really. So it's nice because it's also forcing you, if you're able to use your ring finger right there on that first string, right when I'm picking with my, I'll stop sharing for a second here. I'm picking with my thumb and my ring finger. It's forcing you to develop that, to strengthen it, because it's one that we tend to, it can be a little bit quieter, right? And you might be going like this, or like that, because you might not be comfortable using your ring finger. This gives you a chance to work on it. I find that often with this sort of picking pattern, I'll play around with like sus chords. Because I'm picking up that first string a few times. So in terms of learning finger picking patterns, that one's a nice one. And giving you the chance to really work on arpeggios throughout this has been really good. The other thing, working through scale patterns, right? In a way where, I'm going to go the other way. People play their C scale, but like, let's really play it. And you get so much of these beautiful patterns. Like I'm looking right now on the second line here. I'll scroll to the top so you just see that. Right here, the second line, where you're playing that scale, the C scale, and you're not just playing it like that, right? You're really getting comfortable with where that C scale sits in that open position. I like that. Again, like you can take little chunks of this. Sorry. That's just all those goodies right underneath that C chord. You can sit there and work on these one measure at a time, and you've got these wonderful snippets of this beautiful piece by Pachelbel that's allowing you to really move your fingers comfortably. And yeah, it's going to take some work, but you could see, like, play the song as fast as you want, just start it off at the right speed so that your eighth notes are at a comfortable speed. I like this run at the end of this line, this G chord run, because it does a few different things. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to talk with you about that one. Okay, so when you're playing that, see how I keep my index finger down? Because I'm coming back to this. I keep that index finger anchored. I play it and I leave it there. So, just within those few notes, what you're doing there is you're working on some finger independence, because this guy's got to stay down while these ones move around it. Okay, and this pattern, oops, those sorts of things where you're making a little descending pattern are nice for you to work on. They are you find those little runs in there, and it's just a start of different ways to play scales to build up a lot of speed and independence in both fingers. So just this, and it allows you also to work on a 4-fret spread, okay, so that you can, that's why it's nice to practice having 4 fingers down on different frets if your hands are comfortable. If they're not comfortable, don't sweat it, right? But if you can work on this, that creepy crawly kind of caterpillar exercise where you move up the fretboard and keep your fingers down, comes to play right here. Because you're keeping everything as efficient as possible. So it's like a little, you know what, this is like an essay. What I like about Canon. But I'm trying to pick out different technical things for you guys to think about so that you can focus on it and then use it in other songs, because this is not something where you just want it to be just this song. It's what can you get out of it. Okay, so back we go. Looking at scale patterns, that was that G there. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm saying everything is, you know, as clearly as I can so that you can find it in the recording and be like, oh yeah, Tina was talking about those scale studies and why they're good. And if you take a look at the top of section F, look at this G pattern here. 5, 2, 3, 5 right there. So it's just flipping it around. So 5, 2, 3, 5. Again, thinking about that 4 finger spread, having a finger on each fret, you can see there it makes sense to have that index finger already down when you get there, because then you just want to have those fingers anchored. Like, you don't want them to be glued in one spot, but you can see where if you have that sitting there ready to go, the next section, like this part here, steps outside of that, even though you see the end of that has a 2nd fret. It might be a big stretch to keep your index finger hovering around that 2nd fret, but 5, 2, 3, 5 here under this G, and then going back to that other G, 2, 3, 5, 3. Oh, you can see how just making sure you've got your 4 fingers comfortable within that spread can really pay off in a song. Okay, scrolling more. Sorry, you might get seasick. Yeah. What have we got here? This run here under section D with the G chord. This run is one that I had pulled out early on in our fingerpicking studies because of the way it moves right across the fretboard. Okay. And I've been watching fingers that I can see, and I cannot express fully enough to you guys how impressed I am with you. Like, this is dynamite. Watching you guys play, so awesome. And something else to keep in mind, everyone is on their own journey with doing this sort of stuff, and I have watched people elevate themselves, like, you know, over since the beginning of doing this together, right? I'm just so happy you guys are doing this with me, and to watch your musical growth makes me feel so good. So I guess it's selfish. I love these Sunday ukuleles because it makes me feel good seeing other people do well, you know, and try these different challenges. I'm just really proud of you guys. And I think I'm tearing up at how proud I am of you. Oh my gosh. So, finger patterns in here again. And again, it's all just out of the C scale, right? Side note, what might happen if you guys are playing these little chunks by themselves, you might write your own tune. You never know. You might start playing around being like, ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like that. If you find something you like, write it down. You might tuck it into a song somewhere. You don't know. Okay, scrolling up. When you're playing all the quarter note stuff before this, just keep in mind that you're going to have eighth notes coming up. I should have started all this like glacial speed, but I didn't because I forgot that's how I normally do that. But again, with the melody here, you take your time, tuck in bass notes where you want to. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this right from the beginning. And I know, okay, we're at 5 to 10. You know what? I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to play it, and I'm just going to set it up so it's easy for me to see a lot of it at one time. I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh, see this drum kit. I mean, it's cool to have was that really loud in your ears? Because that was loud, right? No? Okay. There's a lot of drums here. It's such a fun room, but there's a lot of drums here. Before I forget, I just want to show my shirt. It's a band called Brass Camel. They're amazing sounding. They've also got really cool merch, which is why I'm like, come on, looks like a Canucks shirt. How cool is that? I believe the guys, I think they might all live in Vancouver now. If Brass Camel comes by your town, and I think they were up in Rosslyn not too long ago, or maybe Nelson. Yeah, they put on a great show. Their guitar players are great. They've got a really awesome keyboard player. Brass Camel. If they come to your town, they have a very, like a 70s progressive rock kind of sound that I love. So, anyway, there we go. All right, here we go. Canon in C. And I'm going to try real hard to take it slow to start. If you've got the music with you right now, by all means, play along with me. Otherwise, just, you know, hang out and check it out. it too fast already. I can feel it. Yeah, I'm just strumming a whole chord in that second time. I gotta scroll to the next set of pages. There we go. Oh, thanks, you guys. Woo! I looked all deadly serious playing that, hey? Wow. Oh, you like we're making a deep dive into it? Oh, Vicky, we're just going wah into that thing. Ah, Rosemary, did you have a question? No? You're like me, like right? Like I think I can make my hand go up just by like talking. That okay. So there are some things that I really need to tidy up on that. I'm not happy with how I missed those chords. Those chords. Every time I think I get them all. Anyways, I will clean those up. Absolutely. I just don't think I'll have time for that today. When I was first learning the Canon. Oh yeah, Vicky.
I don't know. Did anybody mention that there's actually two D sections? The second D section should be
No,
one more
nobody
thing to
mentioned.
fix.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. I was working on two different Canons at the same time last night because I was drawing from one that's more in depth than this and trying to. Okay, thank you, Vicky. I'll make sure that that's lined up. Um, so, scale passages, add in bass notes only when you're already comfortable with your C scales, right? Um, I want to know if anyone's, I know we're a little bit after 10. I wanted to make sure that I played that whole thing so you have it as a recording. I made a boo-boo in there playing it. Just forgive me. Questions though. Has anyone got any questions about it? No? Silence. That's okay. It's a lot all of a sudden, right? Like we've been building, 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 building. Now you can see what you can do with it. But maybe all the way through you're like, I just want to play it with someone else. Do it. Play the melody and have them be your, they might just do like a strum, maybe just play on the beat or something, right? Keep it simple. Yeah, Vicky?
Record yourself playing the chords, and then you can play the melody with it.
Right? Absolutely. You can set it up on a little loop. Yeah, Debbie?
Oh, I was imagining accordion basses under.
Yes! As soon as you unmuted yourself, I thought that woman's got a bunch of accordions.
No, I have one.
I thought you had more than one.
Oh no, they're too expensive to have a bunch.
They're so expensive now, hey? They're really fancy.
Yeah, yeah. Lots of moving parts.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Does anyone ever watch the Make Full channel where they have the repair house? No? Okay, so as I play with one of my picks, I watch that when I feel kind of stressed out about the world news. So I watch it every day. And the repair house is lovely because all sorts of things get brought in. And these people, they just sit down and they make what was old and damaged brand new again. Well, this guy brought in an old accordion that had been eaten at by woodworms. I had to look up what a woodworm was because I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I mean, these bugs had chewed away at the wood till some of the parts on the inside of the accordion were, you could snap them, right? This old accordion became new again. And, yeah, anyway, it was pretty amazing. And I've seen violins repaired and old tin plates repaired. They repair everything. So I would recommend you look up the Repair House on the Make Full channel if you're ever looking to see something that's very peaceful and kind, and you'll see all sorts of things repaired. Like getting to see the insides of an accordion. Too, as Debbie said, there's a lot of moving parts. No kidding. So, yeah, the Repair House. You should check it out. Okay, I realized that I'm not actually using.
Tina,
Yeah,
I'm having a hard time hearing. Could you put that information in the chat for me, please?
Oh, absolutely, yes. So, the Make Full channel. Oops. And on the Makeful channel, it's the repair shop. Yeah, it's a British show, and it's just so lovely, and it's neat to see how to repair things. That's it's been really fun to watch. Yeah, Shirley,
What program do you use for writing tabs?
I use Guitar Pro.
And is it pricey?
No, it's
Okay.
not, and they're constantly improving it.
Okay.
Sometimes you need to send them some money to get the next fanciest edition, but they have tons of updates for free, and
Oh, okay.
I would be lost without it.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. There, I put that in the channel too, so you know. You'll see that a lot of people use that for writing out music. I had kind of waffled about that and Sibelius. It's another program that I'd thought about using. But I think for my purposes, for what I'm doing right now, Guitar Pro is perfect. Yeah. So I'm not leaving town right away. I've got stuff to do, so I'm going to... No, you know what? I better do my my edits and stuff on that tomorrow so that I have more time to think, but I still have time to put all the video up and everything. So I'm going to stop recording right now.